Hello everyone. Today I will show you how to install Ubuntu server or Ubuntu virtual machine inside Eve. Eve basically is a network emulator you can use for your topologies. So just follow these steps. First, power on the virtual machine, Eve ng virtual machine. After that, you have to take console. You can take console through the putty. Why I am using putty? Because it is easy to copy and paste the commands on the console. So I will write the virtual machine IP on the putty, and I will open the virtual machine console. Okay, put the username and password. Actually, for installing Ubuntu inside Eve, there's a 8 steps. So you have to follow these 8 steps. First, you have to create a directory with the name of your image. Like I have Ubuntu 20 point something. So just copy and paste this command on the console. After that, second step, you have to upload the ISO file inside the virtual machine. For this purpose, I will use FileZilla. If you don't have, you can download from the Google. I will give the link in video description. So just open the session, uh, go to the specific path. I will give the path in the video description as well. The path is where when you create a directory, you need to upload the ISO image on the same directory. We created the directory on the first step. So in second step, upload the Ubuntu ISO image on the same directory. Just you need to drag and drop on the directory which you created on the step number 1. Okay, it will take 1 or 2 minutes to upload on the directory. Okay, so let it upload. When the upload will complete, so let's move to step number 3. Step number 3 is to go to the same directory that we have created on the step number 1. Just copy and paste this command. After that, you need to mount the ISO image that you uploaded on the step number 2. Just copy and paste this command to mount the ISO image for the installation. In step number 5, you need to create the hard drive. You can create 25, 30, 40, 50 as per your requirement, but the minimum requirement for the hard drive, 25 gigabyte. So you should create 25 gigabyte for the operating system to operate. So after step number 5, you almost finish from console side. As you can see in the step number 6, you have to go to browser and you need to open the Eve, Eve ng front end, and you need to create one lab. You can give any name. In step number 7, you need to add this virtual machine that we have created inside the lab, and you need to connect your LAN network because during installation you want to get some files and updates from the internet. So let's open the browser and type the IP address for your Eve. Give username and password, sign in. So I already created the lab, just add the node, search Linux. So we need to add Linux inside the lab. You can see these settings. You can see the image that we uploaded in our Eve virtual machine. The same image we uploaded, we can see on our lab. So you can change the settings, you can change the RAM, but go with the default settings. So you can see we added our virtual machine, Linux virtual machine inside our lab. After that, as I told you, you need to connect with your LAN network, LAN cloud, because Eve inside Eve you want to require some files from the internet. So we need to provide internet access. So connect with cloud. I started the virtual machine. I will connect the cloud later on. After starting, you can open the VNC console. As you can see, once I open the console for this virtual machine, I can see the user interface for my Ubuntu visual machine. And as you can see, installation is started. Actually, I don't have enough RAM. I only give 2 GB RAM to this image or virtual machine, so it will be a little bit slow, but you can increase. If you have more RAM, you can give more RAM to your Eve virtual machine, and you can increase the RAM for Ubuntu inside Eve. As you can see, installation is started. It will take some time, maybe 5 to 10 minutes to install Ubuntu inside EVNG. So you need to follow these 8 steps. First step, to create a directory with the name of your image. Second step, as I told you, to upload the Ubuntu ISO image inside the same directory that we have created in the step number 1. In step number 3, uh, you need to go to same directory. In step number 4, you need to mount the image, ISO image, as a CD-ROM. In step number 5, you need to create the hard drive. Hard drive size should be minimum requirement is 25 GB. In step number 6, you have to create one lab, and you need to add this Ubuntu inside your lab, and you need to start this. When you will start this virtual machine, your Ubuntu installation will be started. You need to you need to install this Ubuntu. When the installation will be completed, you can use this virtual machine, you can use this Ubuntu inside your EVNG, you can use this in any lab. Basically, the purpose of uh, adding Ubuntu inside Eve, because people are using this Ubuntu for the automation. You can connect Ubuntu with the routers and servers. You can create your script, and you can create your script inside Ubuntu, you inside virtual machine in your Ubuntu virtual machine, and you can directly communicate with routers and switches. So it is very good addition if you want to learn automation and you want to work on development. So you should go with this. This is more easier than GNS3. You need to add one time. After that, you can use for your labs. You can use in any labs like routers and switches. So our installation is started. Just click on install Ubuntu. As I told you, process will be little slower because I don't have enough RAM for this machine. Select your language and click on continue button. Here you can select the updates and other software option, which kind of installation you want. I will prefer to the normal installation. So just click on continue button. After that, go with the uh, same settings. Do not change anything. If you want to change partition, advanced feature you can change, but go with the default setting. Just click on the install now and continue. Select your country. Give any name, but you have to remember this username because after installation you have to logged in. You need to use this username and password. So please remember this. So our installation is completed. Just click on the restart now button to complete the installation. I clicked on the restart now button. Last step is to unmount the ISO file, unmount the ISO file from the Eve virtual machine. Just copy and paste this command and click enter. It will unmount the ISO file and your Ubuntu is ready to use inside Eve. You can connect this uh, Ubuntu with your routers, switches to start automation, network automation. It is the trending topic and it is the future for the network engineer. So just give username and password. Password is the same password you need to give that you assign during installation. So this is our terminal. As I told you, you need to connect this Ubuntu one time with a LAN network so that it can get the required updates. So in the last step, I will connect this Ubuntu with the LAN network to give internet access so that it can get updates. Or if I want to download any software or any library for the Python, I can add easily. Let me show you the terminal as well. Just open the terminal that you will use for the automation, or you will write your code, or you will download and install the required libraries and software. So this is the terminal. You can see power of the virtual machine, power of the Ubuntu, and connect your Ubuntu server with the management cloud to give internet access. Just make the link, click save, and start your node. Just right click and click start button and double click to open the user interface. So our machine is started. Just give the password. go to the LAN settings. Our network is connected. As you can see the IP address. So let's check the connectivity with internet. Open the terminal. You can open the browser as well, but I will prefer the terminal first. Just ping the Google DNS 8.8.8.8. I can ping successful, so it means I can reach the public network. So if you want to upgrade, or download any library, or download Python, anything for your network automation, you can connect this machine, you can connect this Ubuntu uh, with your switches and router.